Welcome to day 14. Today, you're entering the battlefield of the mind. The dark superego is a master strategist, using covert operations to stop your progress. But knowledge is power in today. You're gaining the tactical advantage. Your dark superego doesn't just fear failure, it fears your success, because your success would prove its core programming wrong. Today, we're going to expose its cybernetic sabotage tactics, how it deploys illusions, delays, and distractions to keep you stuck in place. The dark superego is clever. It doesn't crash your dreams head-on. That would be too obvious, too easy to spot. Instead, it cloaks its attacks in the disguise of logic. These are its most common programs. Let's start with tactic number 1, timing sabotage. The program tells you, now isn't the right time. It disguises itself as logical caution, making you think you're being wise and patient. But the reality, it's a loop designed to delay you forever. There will always be a better time just over the horizon, a time that never actually arrives. This program ensures you stay right where you are, always waiting for the perfect moment that doesn't exist. Next up, tactic 2, preparation paralysis. The program's command is simple: do more research, more training, more prep. It presents itself as responsible planning. Who could argue with being prepared? But the reality is that it locks you in simulation mode. You're endlessly gathering information, taking one more course, reading one more book, but you never actually press start on your actual goal. It's the illusion of progress without any real-world action. This leads us to tactic number 3, the perfectionism trap. The program whispers, "It's not good enough yet." This masquerades as having high standards, which sounds noble, but in reality, it's a code loop with no exit. It creates an impossible standard that can never be met, ensuring that your project, your art, your very self, is never finished. It's a clever way to guarantee you never have to face potential judgment, because you never actually release anything into the world. Then there's tactic 4, success anxiety. As you get closer to your goal, this program activates. It asks, what if you can't keep this up? What if it's too much pressure? This sounds like practical foresight, like you're just managing expectations. But what's really happening? It's a deep-seated fear of leveling up. Success brings new challenges, higher stakes, and more visibility. This program tries to convince you that staying small is safer than growing into your full potential. Tactic 5 is one of the most insidious: imposter syndrome. The program tells you, you're a fraud. You just got lucky. It disguises itself as humility, a virtue in many cultures. But its true function is like viral malware that actively works to erase your own achievements. It discounts your hard work, your skills, and your dedication, attributing any success to external factors. This prevents you from internalizing your wins and building genuine self-confidence. And finally, tactic 6, comparison poisoning. This program commands you to look how much better they're doing. It frames this as a source of motivation, a way to light a fire under you. But the reality is that it's a poison that corrupts your self-worth. It forces you to measure your journey against someone else's curated highlight reel, making you feel inadequate and diminished. Instead of focusing on your own path, you get lost in the shadows of others' perceived success. You see, the dark superego was originally coded to protect you from danger when you were young and vulnerable. But its overprotection is now the real danger. It no longer guards you from failure, guards you from growth. Recognizing these enemy programs is half the battle. When you can see the sabotage happening in real time, you gain the power to override it. You don't need to delete the code. You just have to consciously choose not to run it. You can open that mental console and click override, choosing your authentic self instead. So, for today's mission, we're deploying the sabotage detector. I want you to take out a journal or a piece of paper and write down one goal you've been delaying. Now, list every logical reason you've given yourself for avoiding it. Be honest. Once you have your list, go through it and circle the excuses that you now recognize are actually sabotage programs in disguise. Is it timing, sabotage, perfectionism? See them for what they are. Now, let's reprogram our system with an affirmation. Please take a deep breath and repeat after me, either out loud or in your mind. I allow myself to succeed. Breathe into that feeling of permission. You might notice some resistance, a little static in the system. That's just the dark superego trying to reboot control. But remember this: success is not selfish. Success is your birthright as a conscious, growing being. Let's say it again. I allow myself to succeed. Feel that code reprogramming. Every single repetition is a new line of truth being written directly into your core system. One more time, with conviction. I allow myself to succeed. Excellent work exposing these sabotage tactics today. Don't forget to run your sabotage detector and log your points for completing the mission. Tomorrow, in day 15, we're going to crash the pity party for good. I'll see you in the arena. Thank you for joining me, and I sincerely hope you found this session valuable. Until next time, future pity party crashers.